guys! Welcome to my YouTube channel, Math with Teens. Our topic for today is about right triangle similarity theorem. Okay, so in right triangle similarity theorem, it is said that if the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle and to each other. So, for example, we have here triangle A, B, C with the altitude of segment BD. This is a right triangle. So, it is said if the altitude, so this is the altitude, no? The altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse, so this is the hypotenuse of a right triangle. Then the two triangles, this one triangle, this second triangle, are similar. This is similar to the original triangle, and the original triangle is the big triangle, and to each other. Okay, meaning the small triangle and the second one is similar. The small and big is similar. The second and big is similar also. And we're going to recall the parts of the triangle. So, in a right triangle, this is called leg. Okay? Another one, this is called also leg. This is a leg. Leg. And this is the altitude. So, you know, this is the altitude. Altitude or height is the same. Altitude. Okay. And this is a right angle. Right angle. This is a right angle. This is a hypotenuse. No? This side is called hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay. And then, always remember, the opposite of the hypotenuse is the right angle. The opposite of the right angle is the hypotenuse, the side, and that is the hypotenuse. Okay, here we have the triangle ABC again. So, we have the altitude BD, the segment BD. Then, let us divide this into three triangles. The first figure is the original triangle, triangle ABC. Then when we have the altitude, we make another two similar triangles. And these triangles are triangle ADB. So this one, ADB. And another triangle is triangle BDC. So these three triangles are similar to each other. So meaning small triangle. So let's say this is small triangle is similar to the big triangle. Medium triangle is similar to the big triangle, and small triangle is similar to medium triangle. So they are similar to each other. Okay, guys, in this part, we need to get the proportional segment of the right triangle similarity. So first, we use the small and medium triangle here. So in small and medium triangle, we are going to get the proportional segment. So first, we are looking for the same length of the part of the triangle. And we notice that the same length is the segment BD. In segment BD of the small triangle and the segment BD of the medium triangle. And what part of this in the triangle? So, the segment BD in a small triangle, we call it longer leg. This is the longer leg. And the segment BD of the medium is the shorter leg. So, this is the longer and this is the shorter leg. And we need to find the corresponding longer leg. So, the longer leg of BD of the small triangle. So, which is the longer leg of the medium? So, this is the longer leg, the segment DC. And the corresponding shorter leg in a small triangle is AD. So, this is the small triangle, shorter leg is AD. Okay, so let's see now. Small and medium. So, this is shorter over longer is equal to shorter over longer. So, proportional. Shorter, shorter, and this is longer and longer. So, we have AD over BD is equal to BD over DC. So, this BD, segment BD is the same length of the two triangles. So, they are similar. The next one, we use small and large. So, this is the small and this is the large. Okay? So, which of the part of the triangle have the same length? Look for that. So, the same length is this part, AB. Look at this part. Same length. In a shorter or in a small triangle, the part of this is the hypotenuse. But in the large triangle, this part is only a shorter leg. Okay, let's find the corresponding parts. So, in a small triangle, hypotenuse. So, this is a hypotenuse. Then, what is the hypotenuse of the large triangle? This is the large triangle. The hypotenuse of the large triangle is segment AC. So, this is the hypotenuse. And this one, the corresponding of shorter leg in large. So, what will be the part of this small triangle? And that we call shorter leg again. So, but this is the segment AD. So, this is the segment AD. Okay, let's see now. Shorter over hypotenuse. Shorter, hypotenuse. Shorter, hypotenuse. So, they are proportional segments. Shorter, shorter, hypotenuse, hypotenuse. Okay, how about when we use medium and large? So, medium and large. So, this is the medium and this is the large. What do you think is the same length of the triangle? So, the same length is this part, BC. Look at this, BC. In a large and in a medium, the same length is BC. So, what part of the medium is the segment BC? That is the hypotenuse. So, this one is the hypotenuse. But in a large triangle, that we call the longer leg. Okay. What is the corresponding of the hypotenuse in a large? So, the hypotenuse is AC also. And the longer leg in the medium is the segment DC. This is the longer leg. So, now, these are the three proportional segments in a right triangle similarity. So, and then what do you call this kind of proportional segment? So, let's see in the next slide. Okay, so again, in our triangle ABC with the altitude of BD, so we have AB, so this AB over BD is equal to BD over DC. So this is the same, right? Okay, next. AD, so AD, this is AD. AD over AB is equal to AB over AC. Okay, so this part, they are the same. Okay, and the last one is DC. Here is the DC, segment DC over segment BC. Here is the BC is equal to BC over the AC. And that is the same. Okay, so what do you call that, guys? What do you call that proportional segment? This kind of proportional segment. So that we call it geometric mean. Guys, did you remember the parts of the proportion, that extreme and means? So these two, we call that means. So what is the geometric means or geometric mean? So let us state that Given a right triangle, so given a right triangle and the altitude, to the hypotenuse then. The altitude, this altitude, okay, this is the altitude is BD. So this is the altitude, BD. The altitude is the geometric mean of the segments into which it separates the hypotenuse. So separate the hypotenuse. So this is the geometric mean. The second one, each leg, so this is the leg. Leg AB, so this leg AB, and this the leg BC. Each leg is the geometric mean of the hypotenuse and the segment of the hypotenuse adjacent to the leg. So meaning we have three geometric mean, the altitude and the two legs. Okay, here let us give an example. So we have in the figure, triangle JHO is a right triangle. Then segment HN is the altitude upon the hypotenuse segment JO. So in this part, we have the measurement of segment JN, and that is 4 units. And segment NO is 9 units. So first, we need to get the three geometric mean. Again, the three geometric mean is the altitude and the two legs. So the geometric mean first, HN, the altitude. This is the altitude. Okay? So HN, so the corresponding is JN over HN is equal to HN over NO. And the other part, so the next one is the leg. So the leg is JH. This is the JH, segment JH. So we have in the geometric mean or in the mean part. So we have JN over JH is equal to JH over JO. Okay. And the third one is another leg, and that is HO. This is another leg, HO. So the corresponding is the NO over HO is equal to HO over JO. So these three are the geometric mean. Okay. Next, here we need to find the missing part of the triangle. Same given. Again, so we have JN over HN is equal to HN over NO. So we need to substitute the value. So JN is 4 over HN because HN is missing part is equal to HN again over 9. NO is 9. Okay, let's get the cross product. When we have a cross product, we have HN times HN is HN squared. Quantity HN squared is equal to 36. 4 times 9 is 36. And then we need to get the square root of 36. So extracting the square. So the square root of 36, we need to extract the square root sign both sides. So we need to cancel this. So our HN is equal to 6. So the measurement of HN is 6 units. The next one is geometric mean is JH. That is one of the leg. So we have JN, yung katapat. So katapat ng JH is JN. So JN over JH is equal to JH over JO, yung kabuuan ng triangle. Substitute the values. So we have JN is equal to 4. JN is 4. JH is unknown. The missing part is JH. Then is equal to JH over JO is 13. Why is it 13? Because we need to add 4 plus 9 is 13. So JH times JH is JH squared is equal to 4 times 13 is 4 times 13. So pwede na nating hindi i-multiply because we need to get the square root. So when we get the square root of this, when we get the square root both sides, so makakancel yung square tsaka yung square root. So we have JH is equal to the square root of 4 times 13. Then the square root of 4 is 2. And that is 2 square root of 13. Our JH is 2 square root of 13. The third one is in the geometric mean is the another leg, and that is HO. So, ano ang katapat ng HO? That is NO. So, NO, this one, NO over HO is equal to HO over JO. Yung JO is the kabuuan ng original triangle. Let's substitute the values. NO is 9. Okay? HO over HO is equal to HO over 13. So, kabuuan, 9 plus 4 is 13. And then next, we need to multiply cross product. So, HO times HO is HO squared is equal to 9 times 13. So, extracting the square root, we need to square root both sides, cancel. So, we have HO is equal to 9 times 13. And the square root of 9 is 3. So, HO is 3 square root of 13. So, we have the measurement now. So, in HO, 3 square root of 13. The JH is 2 square root of 13. And the altitude is 6. So, we have complete now. Okay, our second example. So, we have triangle J, E, N with the altitude of segment HN. And we consider the side of the altitude is, or the segment of the altitude we name as H, side H. And segment JN, we have side B. And segment EN, and that is side A. So, these three are the geometric mean. And this part, we can write side Y, and this is side X. So, we have the measurement of Y is equal to 24, and the measurement of X is 12. Find H, A, and B. H, A, and B. First, we need to get the geometric mean. So, the geometric mean of the two triangles. So, X, this is X over H. Okay? X over H is equal to H over Y. Okay. So, substitute the values. So, what is X? Our X is 12 over H is equal to H over Y is 24. Then, cross product. When we using the cross product, so we have H squared. Okay. Then, multiply 12 times 24. Or you just write only 12 times 24. Then, we are going to extract the square root. So, both sides. So, we have square root of, where do we get 4 and 3? So, 4 times 3 comes from 12. Now, we're going to get the prime numbers para madali nating makuha yung square root natin. So, the factors of 12 is 4 times 3. And the factors of 24 is 4 times 3 times 2. Tama ba? So, 4 times 3, 12 times 2 is 24. Then, we're going to get the square root. So, square root of 4 is 2. Then, square root of 4 uli is 2. Then, square root of 9. This 3 is 9. So, square root of 9 is 3. Or, kapag dalawa yung numbers nyo, pag inilabas natin sa square root sign, it's only 1. Then, square root of 2, the remaining is the square root of 2. Kasi wala na siyang, hindi na siya perfect square. So, multiply 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. Okay? 12 square root of 2. So, the value of H is 12 square root of 2. So, another geometric mean is the leg. And that will be A. So, katapat ng A natin is X. So, we have X over A. X over A is equal to A over X plus Y. So, X plus Y is the longest side or the hypotenuse. So, substitute the value. So, we have X is 12. Then, A is A only because that is the unknown is equal to A over X plus Y. X plus Y is the total. 24 plus 12 is 36. Then, cross product. When we cross product, we have A squared. Then, 12 times 36. Then, subtracting the square root. We need to get the factors of 12. Again, factors of 12 is 4 times 3. And the factors of 36, kahit hindi na natin siya i-factor because 36 is the perfect square. Pag may mga perfect square na tayo inside the radical, so wag na natin siyang i-multiply sa ibang number or wag na natin siyang i-factor because may square root natin siya. So, square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 36 is 6. Okay? Then, natira, no, perfect square is 3. So, that our answer is 2 times 6 is 12 square root of 3. Our A is 12 square root of 3. And the last one, the other leg is B. So, ang katapat naman ng B ay Y. So, Y over B is equal to B over X plus Y. Y is 24 over B is equal to B over X plus Y. 12 plus 24 is 36 also. Then, cross product. So, we have B squared is equal to 24 times 36. So, extracting again, both sides. So, makakancel siya. So, factor ng 24 can be used is 4 times 6 because we have a perfect square of 4. Then, 6 wala na. Then, yung 36, just like I told you, perfect square na siya. So, wag na natin siya i-multiply or wag na natin siyang i-factor. Then, what is the square root of 4? Square root of 4 is 2. Then, square root of 36 is 6. Then, wala nang perfect square and 6. So, the answer, our B is 12 square root of 6. Okay, so that's the answer for our number 2. Okay, our last example for today. So, we have triangle HON with the altitude of segment NE. So, we have the variable x, side x for the segment EO. For the segment HE is side y. For the segment NA is side A. For the segment HN is side B. And for the altitude, segment NE is, we have the measure, and that is 6. Okay, and another given is y is 18. Now, we need to find x. So, we need to find the values of x, A, and B. Okay, the same. Just get the geometric mean of the altitude. So, the geometric mean of the altitude is x over h is equal to h over y. We consider that is h, no? Height, because of the height. So, we need to substitute. Our x is unknown. H is 6, okay? 6, and the other h is also 6 over 18 because y is 18. Then, we need to get the product. So, x times 18 is 18x. Then, 6 times 6 is 36. Then, divided by 18, our x now is 2. Okay. Next, another geometric mean is one of the leg, and that is A. So, A over x over A is equal to A over x plus y. So, our x is 2. We have a value of A, then that is 2. Over A is equal to A over 18 plus 2 is 20. Then, cross product. So, we have A times A is A squared. Then, 2 times 20. Extract the square root. So, i-square root natin to. So, let's get the factor of 20. And that is 4 times 5. So, we have the square root of 4. So, square root of 4 is 2. Then, 2 and 5, there's no perfect square. So, 2 times 5 is 10. So, that our answer now is 2 square root of 10. Okay. And the other part, the other leg, is B. So, ang katapat ng B again is Y. So, Y over B is equal to B over X plus Y. So, the value of Y is 18 over B is equal to B over 20. So, 18 plus 2 is 20. And then, we are going to cross product. B squared is equal to 18 times 20. Then, extracting. So, cancel it. Then, the factor of 18 is 9 times 2. And the factor of 20 is 4 times 5. So, square root of 9 is 3. Then square root of 4 is 2. So 3 times 2 is 6 square root of 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. So there's no perfect square in 10. So the answer is 6 square root of 10. Okay, guys. That's all for today. Hope you have learned a lot in right triangle similarity theorem. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and God bless.